All right, good afternoon. Welcome to the 12 News Connected Desk. I'm Keith Grant. We've got Chief Meteorologist Ross Jansen here tracking these frigid temperatures we're going to see Sunday. This is like lows into the teens, right?
We are routinely asked, have you changed your mind about the weekend forecast? And we have not. What we've been advertising all week about this early taste of winter is still very much on track, and it will start moving in Saturday. So we still have a warm afternoon today. We've got some more somewhat mild weather tomorrow. Saturday doesn't look that bad, but a lot of 60s on the map right now for your Friday. We're going to be looking at some 60s at least for Saturday. There are parts of Kansas that will only be in the 50s. But then behind the front, the full impact of the cold will be felt Sunday into Monday, and that's when high temperatures are going to drop into the 40s. And 40s for mid-November is a lot chillier than average, and I think that's why we continue to make such a big deal out of this, because it will, for all intents and purposes, feel like a December or January afternoon. 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, if you have some early Saturday morning outdoor plans, you're going to see the wind gusts are already up around 30 to 40 miles an hour, and it's only going to get windier as we move into the afternoon. There you see wind gusts of 40 to 50 on the way through central and western Kansas. So the wind is probably the biggest headline out of Saturday's forecast. And then on Sunday, we're going to see the wind still from the north, but it'll be cut in half as we move into Sunday afternoon. So yes, we're going to have to deal with the wind both days over the weekend, but the wind and the cold is pretty much reserved for Sunday's forecast. And 7 o'clock Sunday morning, how about this, Keith?
That's chilly.
Teens and 20s on the feels like coming up for the start of Sunday. So if you're heading out for church service or just getting an early start, that's what is going to be so abrupt about this big pattern change that we're going to see heading into the weekend. Now the temperature Sunday morning, if we take the wind out of the mix, 23 Colby, 28 in Salina, the afternoon high just 42 Wichita. And again, this is just such a big switch from the 60s and 70s we've seen this week. There's your coldest morning so far this fall, and that's Monday morning as we drop to around 20 degrees. So while some plants
feels like temps,
or is the air temperature.
Oh, okay.
So the growing season effectively ends Sunday night into Monday. But I will say this, as impressive as the cold shot of air coming in this weekend is going to be, so is the warm-up next week, because by the time we get to Tuesday, we're back into the 60s, and it's possible we may see some record highs next week.
So we've got season lows, record highs next week. What's causing this cold weather, though?
This is basically just a big switch in the jet stream.
Okay.
So this is a big shot of cold air coming in, but it's just like a big bowling ball. It's going to roll on through and get out of here, and then we'll get right back to fall weather next week.
All right, perfect. Thank you, Ross. That's all we've got right now. Be sure to join us for 12 News starting at 4.